Hi, it's KCCK's Culture Crawl. I'm Dennis Green, joined today by Lisa Barnes and Chris Cervantes from Summer of the Arts. And this is that time of year, Lisa, when you're really regretting the name of the organization.
Well, as you know, when the organization was named,
because I was there.
Yeah, we couldn't come up with anything better.
Right.
And all of the programming was during the summer at that time.
Yeah, exactly. So,
which since 2019, that's not true anymore. We have our Holiday Thieves Market coming up December 9th and 10th. And this is an event that was around for 50 years, produced by the University of Iowa Fine Arts Council. And in 2019, they decided to dissolve the Fine Arts Council in October. All the artists had already applied for that year's Thieves Market, and I had one of the artists that we work with through the Arts Fest contact me, would Summer of the Arts take this on? And this was always one of my favorite events. My mom and I used to go every year, got great gifts and stuff for ourselves, of course, too, and actually recruited a lot of artists who since then have started participating in the Arts Fest. And I said, we know how to run an art fair, so yeah, we can do this. So 2019, we were still in the Iowa Memorial Union. 2020 obviously went virtual.
Did not happen.
Yeah. And then in 2021, we moved it to the Hyatt Regency in Coralville. And, we miss the ambiance of the IMU, but quite frankly, the Hyatt Regency is so much easier for participants and artists.
Lots of free parking,
Yeah.
easier load in and out.
Yeah, the load in and out is the biggest thing because at the IMU, people are double parking, blocking Madison Street. There is one handicap accessible entrance. And at the Hyatt Regency and being in their expo hall, we have multiple ways that the artists can easily go straight in. So this year we're going to have 84 artists. And that is up from the past couple of years. Each year we've increased it a little bit. When we first started in 21, it was still, during the pandemic. And so we had like 6 feet in between each booth and everything was very spread out. We're starting to get them a little closer, but we still don't want them, wall to wall. And it makes it so much nicer for the artists as well as the attendees to be able to visit each booth and get to meet the artists and talk to them and look at their work. And the displays work very nicely. So 84 is kind of the sweet zone right now. That may change next year, but I don't think it'll change by much. That's just what fits in the expo hall.
So before we talk specifically about artists this year, I want to continue to turn the clock back just a little bit because you took this on, Summer of the Arts took this on largely because you had a major history with this event. So just give me a memory or two from what really caused this to be one of your favorite things.
Well, I'm actually going to tell you about an artist who participated for a long time that I met at the Holiday Thieves Market, and her name was Kristen Hill, Tin Hill Pottery out of Davenport, Iowa, and she does ceramic mugs and bowls and stuff, but then she does hand sculpted like dragons and lizards and, like the handle of the mug is a dragon and stuff. And I met her at the Holiday Thieves Market many, many years ago. I bought way too much work from her over the years, but I met her there and, I've gotten to know her over the years and we've become friends and she's just an amazing artist. And I recruited her for the Arts Fest, which she participated in for many, many years. And due to some family issues, she's no longer able to do the shows. And we actually have 2 of her pieces that will be in our silent auction, which is a separate part of the Holiday Thieves Market. So that's actually one of my favorite memories is just meeting her. And the other one, I lost my mom 2 years ago, and it's just all the years that I would meet her like at City Park to pick her up because she didn't want to have to try to park in the IMU parking ramp, and drop her off at the door. And then we'd go in and make the rounds. And they typically had around 125 artists because they were throughout the first floor of the IMU. And so we would spend just hours there. And it's one of those things that it's a great opportunity to get some nice holiday decorations and gifts, as well as, again, I love meeting the artists. And having Summer of the Arts produce this now, my favorite thing is the fact that I have a lot more free time than I do at the Iowa Arts Festival. So I actually can spend time and meet the artists. And a couple of years ago, I went around Saturday morning and took a picture. Every artist, can you stand at your booth? Can I take a picture of you with your booth? So we had that record of everybody that was there and their work. And it's just fascinating to me, the people that do this work. They're so creative, and I just thoroughly enjoy it.
Chris, you're the production manager for Summer of the Arts and helping produce this event. And you have been in contact with a lot of the artists. So tell me a little bit about who's coming.
Well, we have a lot of interesting artists that are coming. I know one I'm excited for is someone I knew beforehand, Colton Bean, who is the owner of A Special Kind of Twisted by Colton. He does these amazing wire-wrapped trees with jewels dangling down. Very interesting, very colorful, and very festive. And then we have, I'm going to butcher her last name, Allison
McLean.
McLean, thank you. I always... That's one name I can never get. I don't know why. It's been that way since high school. I can never get it. But Allison's someone that I got to talk to for a special interview that we put in a newsletter this past month where I learned more about her. She actually started in our emerging artist section of the Iowa Arts Festival and has since graduated from there to be part of Holiday Thieves Market as well as a main contributor for the Arts Festival. So it's very interesting to see people that have started out just very recently in the art world here in Iowa and then kind of evolve to the Holiday Thieves Market and then evolve into our other events. Mm-hmm. So it's just very nice to see an evolution take place and see their own growth and grow with us as well as festival organizers.
Another one of our artists this year, Wesley Mills, is a ceramic artist who was part of the Emerging Artists Pavilion a few years ago and got his MFA. And he has participated a couple of times in the Holiday Thieves Market. And the nice thing is, especially for those up-and-coming artists, they don't have to worry about the tent. Mm-hmm. They don't have to worry so much about the weather, and that kind of thing. So it is a good opportunity for them to get out there and show and sell their work. And
well, as you know, we have here at KCCK we work with a lot of emerging young artists
yes, you
as
do.
well,
yes,
musician type artists, and I just listening to the two of you talk, I can hear that it's those artists that you knew when they were just getting started
yes.
in school, and getting a chance to see them grow into themselves mm-hmm. is probably just something that is just about the happiest thing you can imagine.
Yeah, it's fascinating. I want to add on to Chris talking about Colton Bean. We have another artist with Twisted Tree Gallery, Doug Adams, who actually does wire twisting, but he uses natural found pieces of wood, and he does wall hangings, and he does little statues, and it's all primarily like dark black wire and that kind of thing. And Colton's is totally different because he uses a lot of bright colors and the jewels and things. And so when Chris was first saying, do you think Colton should apply? I said yes, because it's totally different than what Doug does, even though they're still twisted trees. And Doug is one of the people that I recruited for the Arts Fest. And he actually called me up in January one year. He goes, I'm thinking about applying, but I don't know what category. And I said, well, tell me about your work. He started describing it. And I looked over in my file cabinet, picked it up, and I said, is this Doug Adams? Because I had bought one of his pieces. And he said, yes. I said, I have one of your pieces. And so, that's how we got it figured out, and he's participated ever since. That was, again, many years ago.
Well, and not every emerging artist has to be young.
Yes.
Because my wife and her new recycled jewelry art business is exhibiting for the very first time. So I'll be there all weekend long helping.
Yeah. Well, and when you emailed and asked if she should apply, I looked at it and I shared it with some of our staff members, and it's like, yes, this is so unique and so different than anything else. And we've had a lot of artists who do like upcycling and that kind of thing. We had somebody one year who takes like old silverware and like bends the prines, tongs, whatever on the fork and stuff and makes mobiles, which is very interesting. But yeah, what Debbie does is very unique, and in the way that she's using upcycled pieces and crafting a beautiful piece of work. And so, yeah, I think that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm always excited to see, the longtime participants, but also to meet people that I haven't seen their work before. And that's one of the fun things I love. Like I said, I actually have time to do that at this, which is so much fun.
So December 9th and 10th, mm-hmm. Hyatt Regency in Coralville.
Yep.
Is there admission fee?
No, it is free admission. And people do get that confused. There are a lot of craft fairs that happen at the Hyatt Regency. Ours is free admission. Obviously we'll have a donation bucket out there. If you want to support our programming, we definitely appreciate it. But that's also why we added a silent auction last year.
And that was just what I was going to mention.
Nice little segue there.
From the fundraising
Yes.
part, which is always a part of our community organizations.
Yep.
Tell me how that works.
So the silent auction last year, we only had it open on Saturday. This year it will be open both Saturday and Sunday. Everything will be on display in the lobby outside of the expo hall. And so people can come in, they can bid. It's $5 increments. We currently have, I think, 22 different items. And they range anywhere from, $25 value up to $400+ value. And people can bid on it. We'll be closing the auction at 3:30 on Sunday, at which point Chris will be getting on his phone and calling everybody to tell them if they have won. They have the option to pick it up Sunday up until I think we said 5:30 or 6, something like that.
Yeah.
Or they can pick it up that following week in the office. Obviously if it's a certificate or something, we can mail that as well. But
So are the items, are they art items? Are they
a little bit of everything?
A little bit of,
Yeah. We actually don't have as much art this year. As I mentioned, we had 2 pieces from Kristen Hill. One of our participants, Sandy Hunter, who does beautiful watercolor and acrylics, is also providing a piece. Greg McDonald, who will not be there, he does wood carving. There's a Santa wood carving that he did for us. He donated a piece. But it's a lot of different things. So we have a Jazz Fest package, as you know, and I'm really excited about that. We've got 2 nights lodging at the Graduate Hotel, $100 in food coupons for the graduates' restaurants. We have a bunch of great swag from KCCK, including beautiful canvas bag. You haven't gotten this.
Yeah, the new bag.
Yes.
You've heard about our bag a lot.
I love this bag. I'm so in love with it. As well as Summer of the Arts will be providing passes for free parking, a couple of free drinks, and a couple of free T-shirts. So that's a really nice package.
That will be a Jazz Fest weekend to remember, definitely.
Yes,
Yeah.
Exactly. And then we also have another package that's courtesy of Extreme Arena and the Iowa Heartlanders and Green State Fieldhouse that includes club tickets to a hockey game, some Iowa Heartlanders swag, a couple of shirts, right?
Yes.
And a pullover, I think, as well as some passes to the ice rink at Coral Ridge, and also a punch card to do pickleball or basketball, I think, in the field house, in the Green State Field House. So that's another really fun package. We also have a weekend package for the Amana Colonies that includes tickets to a show, an overnight stay. Yeah, he's already trying to figure out what he's going to bid on.
Oh, absolutely.
We are going to have, and speaking of what Chris bids on, we're going to have a custom cake by Natasha Wendt, which Chris was the recipient last year on that.
I just bought a house. I had to get a housewarming cake ready, and why not be fun with it?
Yeah. We have some Iowa State Fair award-winning canned items from Dr. Rod Zietler, which that was actually one of our higher packaged items last year. It's amazing. He does such a fabulous job with that.
It's the Holiday Thieves Market, December 9th and 10th, Hyatt Regency Expo Center in Coralville. Again, admission is free. Now, do you have the artists listed maybe on your website? If people want to plan their visit, can they do that?
Yes, just go to summerofthearts.org and select the Holiday Thieves Market. And when you click on the Artist tab, you'll be able to sort by category, go through all of them. And then there's also a separate section there for the silent auction items as well.
All right. Well, like I said, I'll be around all weekend long, and I'm looking forward to it. And as always, thanks for taking over and continuing to provide this great holiday shopping experience to the community.
Wait.
Yeah. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
You can hear the Culture Crawl live on the radio many weekdays at 10:30, or download the podcast, watch or listen on your own schedule at kcck.org/culture, or using your favorite podcast app. Our video producer is Lydia Kilgore. I'm Dennis Green. I'll talk to you later.